Alright, what's going on, guys? Another hot and humid afternoon here in Singapore. What we're going to be doing today is fishing these kind of jetty, seawall type thingies. There's a whole bunch of them up and down the beach. They're only about, I don't know, 50 yards long, but there's a bunch of them. So we're going to start over here on this one. We'll throw a little bit of shrimp out there. We'll see if there's some other unique, cool looking species here on these things. And if we get nothing on this one, we'll just cycle down to the next one and work our way down the beach. So let's give it a shot and let's see what we can get off of these things. All right, it is really windy out here, but there's a little bit of shrimp. We got a couple split shots above it. Not gonna cast out too far, just kind of gonna fling it on out there. And now we'll wait and let's hope there are some cool fish out there that want a little bit of shrimp. There we go. First fish on. Let's see what it is. New species, let's go. So what is this thing? I don't know. It looks very, very similar to like the kingfish or the drum family that we have in on the east coast of the United States. Very similar to like a northern kingfish type thing. But yeah, what is it? I don't know. We'll get it back though. And as soon as we ID it at some point, it will be a new addition to the life list. So pretty sweet catch to get us started here. Got him. What is this? All right, so it appears to be the same species we just caught. And this guy has a whole bunch of spines all over the place. Sharp dorsal. It's got a spine there on the edge of the gill flap. And I know I said it was a new species earlier, but now I'm not so sure. Thinking back, we caught something very similar to this at Badak Jetty a couple days ago, and we are super close to that jetty. So I think it's a new species, but I'm not positive anymore. What is that? Got him. Fish on. That's not what I wanted. All right, so I believe it's a diamond wrasse. I'm really upset because I saw a pretty larger fish cruising by. Looked like a carp. Obviously it wasn't a carp. And I casted out my shrimp in front of the path where he was cruising on, hoping he would see it. But instead it got picked up by this annoying guy. Alrighty, so I think I fished this little rock pile thing pretty heavily. Had a few more small bites here over on the end, but couldn't hook up with them. So I think it's time to start working our way down the beach and finding our second spot to try. Alrighty, so here's the next little rock wall type thing we're going to be fishing. I had to walk by a couple of them because they had no fishing signs on them. But this one seems to be okay, so let's cast out that little bit of shrimp. I've been letting it sink to the bottom, and I've just been very, very slowly dragging it across the bottom. So let's continue doing that and see if this jetty rock wall type thing produces something. that a fish? Oh, that is a fish. What is this thing? All right, so first fish off of this spot appears to be another diamond wrasse. So second one of these guys for the day. Not all that exciting. Got him. Let's see what this is. Alrighty, so unfortunately this looks to be a pink ear emperor. So not what I want. Caught plenty of these guys over the last several days of fishing here in Singapore. So we'll get it back. I had a couple more hits here that I missed. So I'm gonna keep fishing. Maybe one of those things was something different. Got him. It's another wrasse. So another good looking but also very unwanted diamond wrasse. So we'll get it back, make a few more casts, and then if we get nothing exciting, we'll move on to the next little jetty type rock wall thing. There we go. It's another tiny little wrasse. All right, I think it's our smallest wrasse of the day. Looks to be another diamond. We'll get it back, and on that note, we are gonna move over to try to find a new spot. Alrighty, here's our next breaker, and this one is a little bit bigger, and I think the wind picked up even a little bit more, making fishing, at least ultralight fishing like this, a little bit tougher. Got him. Let's see what this is. Is that something different? Maybe. Yeah, so unfortunately I think this is just a bigger pink ear emperor. And because of the wind, I'm kind of forced to fish this backwater here. So we'll see if there's any fish back there. So far we got this one from there. Hopefully there's something else back there too. Got him. What is that? You gotta be kidding me. So I was getting tons and tons and tons of little bites right among the rocks here close to shore. I thought they might have been gobies or something like that. So I tied on a size 26 hook. I finally caught one on this tiny little thing. And it's one of these wrasses. Can't believe it. Wasted all that time just to get a wrasse. There we go. Ah, and it's off. That was something bigger. That's kind of the risk you run though when you use like size 26 hooks, because anything bigger, that hook is gonna have a hard time staying in that thing's mouth. Let's make a few more casts. We'll see if we can get something small out of here. If not, we will wrap it up. or maybe one new species for the life list. I mentioned a couple videos ago, I came down here to Singapore with the goal of getting 50 new species, and I am not going to get that with days like this getting 0 or 1. And I thought I fished some new spots, some new environments maybe that I haven't really fished yet. Over in this area, I've fished those two, what they call jetties down here, but one was what we would consider a pier and one was a rock wall, or like a seawall type thing. And the environments I fished today were just a little bit different than those, so I thought maybe we could have got some new species. Unfortunately, it seemed like we just got a bunch of wrasses, one or a couple pink ear emperors, which we've caught before, and those species at the beginning, whatever those were, those might have been new ones, but now looking back on it, I think I caught a juvenile version of that a couple days ago, so I don't think that was one either. But fingers crossed that when I figure out what that was later on, that it will be a new species. But yeah, just a really, really disappointing trip here at East Coast Park. So I will see you next time.